Well, in your 5 seasons with UIC, you have been nominated by the Horizon League, both Women's Swimming Coach of the Year in 2003 and Men's Swimming Coach of the Year in 2005. Both teams have also earned academic All-American honors. What have you learned from these past 5 seasons?
That's a great question. What I've learned is that we as coaches help provide a structure for the student or the student athlete to hopefully succeed. And ultimately it's up to them, but we as coaches provide a structure in the classroom, in the pool, in the weight room, whatever the venue, to succeed. And luckily through their hard work, through the kids' hard work, I've been able to get a few awards there. But ultimately it's up to them to come to the pool every day and train hard and work smart, and hopefully we do provide that background, that standard that they hopefully will achieve.
Well, talk to me about how do you approach how do you plan the season?
The first, we have about a 24-week season. So the first 6 weeks is what I call general conditioning. A lot of kicking, a lot of IM training, a lot of middle distance training, middle distance free training. Got to lay the groundwork. It's like building a pyramid. You have to lay the base work before you get to the top. So the milers, the sprinters, the distance swimmers are all doing the same type of work. And then after that, we do split into 3 distinct groups: sprint, mid-distance, and distance. And that's where the athletes spend the balance of the season. And certainly the training is a lot different in those groups. That's where it gets very, very specific. And then the taper and rest phase later on in the season, the last month of the season. Actually leading into the taper and the rest phase, we do a lot more quality work, a lot more sprinting, pace work. We do pay attention to that during the regular season, but really kind of focusing on that in the last few weeks. And then the taper and rest phase, where we decrease the yardage and decrease the workload, so they will have more energy for their racing at the end of the season.
Give me some examples of some training methods that you use to enhance kicking power.
Yeah, that's one of the things that I've really learned over the last few years, and I guess going back to one of your original questions, is I've really become a proponent of a lot of kicking. We use kicking with a kickboard, standard kicking with a kickboard that you all might see every day when you go to a lap pool. We'll do a lot of dolphin kicking, a lot of body undulation, what I call it, because I do think it involves the entire body. It's not just the lower half. We do kicking, body undulation, flutter kicking, all facets, supine, prone, front, back, both sides, right, left side. We've also integrated a lot of kicking with shoes to add a little bit more resistance to it. That's pretty challenging. We do that primarily in the front half of the season, the first half of the season. We use a lot of fins, a lot of zoomers, a lot of fins for working on power off the walls, body undulation, because in our sport, in collegiate swimming, it's a short course sport with the 25-yard pool. The power and the kicking that you gain off the walls is so important. So we do train a lot of lung capacity, holding their breath, along with power kicking. So we use a lot of different toys when we work on kicking. Like I said, sometimes we'll just do a standard kick set just with the board. I do like kicking a lot without the board. I think it helps a little bit more with body position, kicking without a kickboard. The kickboard can tend to hinge your shoulders a little bit, also can possibly aggravate some shoulder problems. So I do some kicking with a board, but a lot of kicking without the kickboard.
Can you explain